Okay, hello everyone. As you all would know, and for those who don't know, my name is Ram. I'm working with WWF India as a consultant for this project called Hyderabad Annual Tree Survey. And in this call today, we are going to talk about what is this survey and how are we conducting the survey, what are the methodologies and other things. So thank you very much again for joining this session, for joining for this call. And let's get started to know about the survey first. And then if you have any doubts and questions, you can ask me. And then we will talk about how are we going to execute it and where can you help us. Sounds good. Please keep messaging your comments or whatever is there in the chat section. Just keep it active, please. Okay, so let me just get started. So first of all, you would have already heard about this, that this is Hyderabad annual tree survey. Means it is going to happen every year. Okay, and this is the first time we are conducting it. So this is the inaugural run of the heads, which is Hyderabad annual tree survey. So what are we going to do in this survey is that we want to understand the biodiversity thriving on different urban trees in Hyderabad. So that is kind of like the primary goal of the survey. We see different types of trees around us, and then we see different type of biodiversity on those trees. So we want to understand what type of trees are accommodating what type of biodiversity and like things like that. And apart from that, the another very important objective for this survey is to get citizens more connected to nature and the biodiversity which is around them. So by having you all and participants in the survey, we want them to learn about the trees which are around us and the biodiversity which is on them. It can be small insects, it can be butterfly, it can be spiders, or it can be birds or anything. So whatever. Biodiversity is there on the trees. We are going to record that, and that's kind of like the primary survey of primary goal objective of the survey. But if you see, the second objective says that we want the citizens to do this thing. So this is also called citizen science activity. So you might be wondering, how will we be able to do it, or like do we have enough knowledge about it? So don't worry, we are here to help you out. So let's say if you see this tree and you just want to know what tree is it, or if you see some certain insect on it, or some bird on it or something, and you want to know which one is it. For that, we have two very useful apps which you can use for this thing. So first is called iNaturalist app. Okay. So on iNaturalist app, what you can do is you can record your observation, whatever you see. Okay. And then you can upload it on this app, and this app will give you suggestions which species is this, and there can be discussion about this thing. So it's kind of like a social media app, but for the biodiversity. So this is really very important that you start using this app, and this is going to be very much useful for this survey. And the other app is Merlin Bird ID app. So in Merlin Bird ID app, again, this very beautiful app on which you can just turn on the sound recording. So the app will just listen to the sound calls or sounds or the calls or songs of the birds which it is listening, and live it will be able to tell you which bird is it. Okay. So iNaturalist, on iNaturalist app, you can upload pictures of any tree, any insect, or any biodiversity element, and it will be able to identify and tell you which tree is it or which animal is it. And the Merlin Bird ID app is specifically used for birds, and this very nice app. You can also just see which are the common birds which you can see around you. Okay, so it will give you a nice list of 20-30 birds which are commonly seen around your place wherever you are. You can also mention just a couple of things, and you can ID the bird without having the sound. Let's say if you want to use the sound function, you can use that, but even without that also, you can just mention what is the color of the bird, what it is doing, what is the size of the bird, and it will give you suggestions which all birds it could be. So these are really nice apps. Just give them a try. If you have any issues, you can ask us there. Okay, so now that this is sorted, what we're going to do on the day of the survey, the plan is 8 a.m. we will reach to the assembly point wherever we want all the volunteers to reach in different circles in different zones. And then around 8:15 to 8:30. 8:30 is where when the survey will start, and we'll have to fill up the survey form for every tree which we see from 8:30 to 10:30. So this is the main time. But before that, we want you to fill out a weather form and a feedback. Oh, sorry, a weather form before this. And at 10:30, once it ends, we want you to fill the feedback form. And then we can expect, like around 10:45, 11 a.m. you return back to the assembly point where we all gathered, have breakfast, share your experience, and then we can disperse. So this is for all the participants. Okay, this is not for the coordinators. And you all, we want you to become the coordinators. We want your help in becoming the coordinator from your point. So for you, there will be some certain additional points after 11 a.m. So we'll come to that later, but this is the basic idea. Okay, but if we see, the main thing is filling out the survey form for each tree which we see in the survey. So what we can do is, let's say this is the tree which you see. Okay, and what all things you will have to fill in the form about this tree. So this is the list of these things. So you just give it a number, tree number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you see, and then you tell us the name of the tree. If you know which tree is it, well and good. If you don't know, then also we'll have some ways, we'll help you out in identifying the names. So you provide the name here. Once you upload it on the iNaturalist app, you will be able to provide, there is one number associated with every observation you upload there. You have to provide that number here. So with this, what will happen, once you upload the photos of the tree there, it will also take the location, exact location of the tree and other things, so that we can later on we can confirm, about the name of the tree, and about other things of the tree. Apart from these things, what else you have to provide is DBH, which is nothing but a diameter at the breast height, which means what is the diameter of the trunk. Okay, just a very approximate and basic idea, like, how many centimeter does it look like. So like, let's say this one looks very big, like, around 150 centimeters maybe diameter. So this thing. And then leaves, like, do you see many leaves or few leaves? Do you see the canopy open or closed? Canopy means while you are standing below the tree, when you want to see up, how much of the area is covered by the tree, the upper portion of the tree. Okay, and then do you see flowers? Do you see fruits on this tree? And if there is anything else, like, any other human relevance or anything else you want to talk about this tree. So this you have to mention about the tree itself. Now, once you mention things about the tree, you also mention things about the animals which you see on the tree. Okay, which we call fauna, and the tree is a flora. So all the fauna which you see on the flora is what you have to mention in the next portion. So let's say you see some bees on the tree. So how do you enter it? There will be a section called, in every animal. First, you select the category. So you see these are, just other insects or animal, and there will be a list of animals. So bees is not there. You can just say other, and you take a picture, upload it there, and you provide that, this number, inet number for every whatever you upload here. Mention the count, how many of them and what they are doing. Okay, so you said this is a bee, this is the insect, and these things. So for every insect, sorry, animal, you have to add this. So with this, what will happen, that while you are standing below every tree, you will provide this all information. Your name and team code will have to be entered. Apart from that, about a tree you have to enter few things, and about every animal you have to enter few things, and then you can add more details about these things. So that's it. The basic thing about it. And then you have the volunteers FAQ document, which I'm sure you all might have, seen it till now. And if not, I request all of you to please go and check this document. So in this document, you will see what all things, whatever we have talked so far, I mentioned it nicely, everything there. What are the goals of the survey is mentioned here. And then before the survey, what all you need to know. So I mentioned about the iNaturalist app. Okay. So uh, so on this document, the volunteer FAQ document, you can see the survey goals. You can see the volunteers, what all volunteers need to know before coming to the survey. So you need to use the iNaturalist app during the survey. So please download it using these links, and there's a video which tells about how to use this app. Then there is a Merlin Bird ID app. You can download it here, and this is very easy, like, self-explanatory. Just give it a try, and you'll understand. Anyways, we'll be there to help you out. And then you can also, look out the kind of trees which are there in Hyderabad. We'll also have another section about, the frequently seen trees in India, and frequently seen trees in Hyderabad specifically. Get dressed appropriately. Okay, so wear dull and dark colored clothes with long sleeves and long pants. Okay, and also some nice shoes. Okay, uh, and you will have to fill a indemnity form. We'll provide the link for that. And where do you have to reach? What are the meeting points? So these are all the circles which we were talking about. You all have filled up these things. So except the light color ones, these are all the points where we have gotten registrations from people. So for every location we have provided, for every circle we have provided a location where we will conduct this survey. Okay. So these are the suggested ones. So let's say in Rajendra Nagar we have NIRD road where we'll do the survey, and this is the exact Google Maps location of the meeting point where we have to meet. Okay. What do you have to do on the survey? As we just now talked, for all the volunteers, you reach the meeting point at 8 a.m. Talk to the circle coordinator. He will give you the team code. So you will be the circle coordinators. Okay, we'll talk more about it, how and what will be done. And then 8:15, you fill out the weather form. From 8:30 to 10:30. You fill out the survey form, and then at 10:30 you fill the feedback form and you reach back to the assembly point. Okay. And for every tree, as we talked about it, you fill out these details, tree number and name and this INH list ID and all of these things. And once this is done, this is kind of the form which you will fill. Okay. These are few of the groups which you have already joined. So this is all the information which is given on the FAQ document. If you have any doubts, you can call Akbar sir, who is there on the call, and this is my number here. Okay, so you can call any one of us for any help. Now coming to the circle coordinator's point, as a circle coordinator, we want you all to nominate yourself as a circle coordinator. So what all you will have to do for this thing? Number one, familiarize yourself with the survey methodology and the initial set. What we talked just now. Okay. Even if you don't know something from this thing, it's totally fine. If you have any questions, you can give us a call and we'll let you know what to do. But more than that, we want you to familiarize yourself with the survey location and the meeting point. Okay. So I am, barely aware about many of these places which we were talking about, these places. Okay. I only know about my area because I'm not from Hyderabad. So you all are from these all places where you have volunteered for. So just go to this list and just check what is the meeting point so that you can help others. Okay. And then your contact number will be given to all volunteers. Okay. So that they can reach at the meeting point, and then form a team of 5 volunteers each in your circle, and then assign them a street or tree or park, wherever the survey has to be done. So this information is provided there. Okay. Juhi, this meeting point for Jubilee Hills, we'll talk about all the meeting points for all the specific locations. So then the team code will be xx.yy. Okay, so this xx is survey circle number, and yy is this is the team number there. Okay, so let's say we are talking about Capra circle. So Capra circle is 01 circle. So 01.01 is the team number 1, and then second team will be 01.02 like that. Okay. So you just give the number. Okay, so 1.1, 1.2, 2.1, 2.2 like that will be the team code. And then once the survey is done, we have to get everyone. We want everyone to have breakfast, so we need your help to keep a breakfast point in mind and just take everyone there. And you all have the breakfast, pay bill for it and keep the bill with you. And then we want you all to come down to the WWF office. We will have a nice chat there. We'll have lunch there and everything. And then you can submit the bills and, we'll be able to reimburse you immediately. But this is all the things which we are expecting from you. So now I will turn on my video. Okay. And Akbar sir is also here. So let's just talk about if you have any questions, first of all, let's take the questions and then we'll talk about the circle coordinator's role a little bit more in detail, and then about about these the meeting points and survey locations which we have decided. Yes, any questions? I request everyone to please turn on your videos if possible.
Can we get the knowledge on circle coordinator?
Circle coordinator.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you mean what are the things which circle coordinator will have to do, right?
Yeah, why? Because this methodology, right? So we are not aware. So
Mhm.
if at all we nominate ourselves as a circle coordinator.
Mhm.
So we need some knowledge on methodology and everything.
Yes, yes. So basically, we will have two more calls tomorrow and day after tomorrow, where we will explain these things in detail, the survey methodology. Okay, and we would want everyone to be able to do it, the survey by themselves. And this is being a citizen science activity. We are expecting that everyone should be able to do it, by themselves very easily. So we want to have it a very easy activity, and everyone should be able to do it, no scientific terms and these things to be involved there. So this is not going to be that difficult, but even if you are not very clear about the survey methodology exactly, then we will have some people from our side available, all the time on call, or if possible, in at least in every zone we will have our people there. So for that thing, we will be able to help. Yeah. But the more important point is that, since how many circles we have, so you all have the link of this document you can open. So we have 23 survey locations which we have selected from all these circles. So at all 23 locations, it will be difficult for us to be present at all of these places. So about the survey methodology and these things, we are going to have a dedicated call tomorrow and day after tomorrow. We are going to have these two calls. So we'll talk more about this methodology. If you have any questions, we'll also circulate the forms with you and everything. Anyways, these all are linked here in this FAQ document if you go. I hope that clears your doubt.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I can I ask a question, please?
Yes, yes, Luigi, please.
How widely embraced has it been? Like, we're talking at the core meeting, but do you get a sense that there's a good response to this initiative?
Yes, so far we have got, I think, 190 or 100 and sorry, around 200 people we have already got registered for this survey, and we are
That's great.
expecting around 50 to 100 more. So we are expecting somewhere between 200 to 300 people to come down for all these places. So on an average, you can assume that at every location we have around 10 people. So like there is 30 circles, so we are expecting 5 to 10 people at every place. But then again, this is very skewed. Okay, so like I think at
Of
Jubilee
course.
Hills, around
Yeah, yeah.
34 or around 30 to 40 people have registered. So at some places
Okay.
there will be more, but at least 5 to 10 is the average number at every place. So at your location, most likely there will be like 5 to 10 or maybe 15 people in most of.
Right. Thank you. That's good to hear. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, any other questions from anyone? So now we need your help to nominate yourself, like, from which circle you can be the coordinator. Of course, from where you're registered, you will be coordinating from there. But if you are okay with this, this thing, then we can go ahead and confirm you as a coordinator. If you have any questions related to this thing, we can discuss.
Uh, Ram, can you share the screen with the locations which we have already
Yes,
finalized
yes, yes,
so
yes.
that they can see and like nominate themselves?